What's going on, Cowboy Nation? It's your boy, Full Star Sports Making Sense. Listen, been hearing a lot going on about this Mike McCarthy situation. First and foremost, subscribe to the channel, like the content. Haven't been on for a while because I've been in the gym and also been working my butt off. Man, you talking about 73 hours a week, and I finally get a chance to get a break for the past 2 days. Rested yesterday, now today I'm back. A lot has been transpiring in Cowboy Nation. Mike McCarthy, it appears now. I've been hearing that there has been rumors of him writing to the press. Now we haven't heard. I haven't. I've been looking and searching, and I haven't seen anything video related that said that Mike McCarthy said anything about being fed up. Although reports are coming out that he is fed up, as he wrote to some columnist about him being fed up. Now I've taken a look at McAfee. I've looked at Rich Eisen. I've looked at the Herd, Jeff Kavanaugh, and 105.3 The Fan. And these are just reports. No video, no footage, just reports. Unless somebody can provide that information to me that I can view it, I haven't heard anything. Although sources have said it, Chat Sports have said it, Dak Attack have said it, Mark Holmes have said it, DMV have said it, but I haven't seen anything definitive about it. So I'm going to play you. This guy I really do not like. I don't like this guy, Jason, but I want you to hear what he has to say regarding it. Let's see here.
In the last couple hours on a website called Go Long. It's a football website. The author's Tyler Dunn. He's been on the Herd before. He dropped a bit of a bombshell in Dallas.
This is Tyler
that
Dunn.
Mike McCarthy is fed up with Jerry Jones. And it has been a brutal offseason for the Cowboys. Listen, they are always the bridesmaid, never the bride, right? They've won 12 games the last 3 seasons, yet can't get to the conference championship game. They have 4 playoff wins this century, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And now McCarthy, here's his owner, Jerry Jones, say, we're all in. We are all in at the beginning of the offseason. And then the offseason happens, and it's crickets. They lose a couple offensive linemen, starters, lose Tony Pollard, and you look around for all the big moves, and it's like 1-year deal for this guy, 1-year deal here. Ezekiel Elliott's coming back as if that's going to excite anyone. And all of a sudden, McCarthy's looking around like, why don't you do more and say less, ownership? And McCarthy's in a bit of a position of power here because Jerry Jones, in his 80s, is at a bit of a breaking point. He's got Dak Prescott in a final year of his contract, McCarthy, final year of his deal. And when your coach is going through a writer to say he's fed up, Jerry, I think you got to do something. Now, there will be some people who see this and, Jason, come on, you're making something out of nothing. This is not a nothing burger. I will, as someone who covered the media at a website back in the day, I'll say this. Go look at Tyler Dunn's history. He covered the Packers in Green Bay. You know who their coach was? It was McCarthy. So these two have had a long history together. This is not nothing. McCarthy is clearly ticked off. And I'm going to borrow a line from the great Top Gun. It almost feels like Jerry Jones his mouth is writing checks that his butt can't cash. And when you say we're going all in, and you're not.
Okay, one of the things that I will say, I mean, he can jump off Ezekiel Elliott because I'm all in on Ezekiel Elliott being back for the Dallas Cowboys, especially when you're taking a look at what we had in Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard was not the answer. Ricky, what is his name? Dottle is not the answer. Vaughn is not the answer. And whoever else they have in the backfield is not the answer. Ezekiel Elliott is the answer. He knows the offense. He knows schematically. He knows what he's doing back there in terms of pass protection, so he can get off Ezekiel Elliott, as far as I'm concerned. But here's what I will say about one of the things that he just said was, I think that Jerry Jones, man, is up to something stupid. You know, I really, really do. I think he's, I've been hearing this a lot about sabotaging. I don't know what Jerry Jones is doing, but it doesn't appear to have anything to do with winning projectively for this fiscal year, this season. I hope that I'm wrong about it, because I can come back online and tell myself that I'm wrong. But it's just something about Jerry Jones all in. And he never definitively said what he was all in. Did he say he's all in sabotaging? He's all into winning? Is he all in not doing anything? What is all in? So he never really said exactly what he was all in. So just a bit of a observation.
At all doing anything. That's a bit of a problem. Remember, Detroit Lions re-signed just about everybody. Detroit Lions added guys on defense. The Eagles added Saquon Barkley, who's going to revamp that offense. And you look around NFC, everybody's getting better. I don't know that the Falcons are that good, but the Falcons are certainly better than they were a year ago. The Green Bay Packers, who destroyed you in a playoff game, suddenly they're lurking in the NFC as like a potential threat. The Bears got instrumentally better. And you look around the NFC and you're like, geez, is this the beginning of the end? And I got to wonder, if I'm Jerry Jones and I look at that schedule, and we will have it on the screen here for you shortly, the Dallas Cowboys schedule, assuming McCarthy doesn't get a new deal, 5 of the first 7 opponents by 49.
Hold on a second. Let's see.
Around those Cowboys.
Okay,
11, 12, maybe.
So these are similar reports that's been coming out. This has been similar to Wanafy the Fan. This has been similar to Rich Eisen. Whoever the columnist is that he was affiliated with Green Bay allegedly has said this, put this out. But at the end of the day, I need something visual. And we're in a paradigm where visuality supersedes. It is the status quo. And hearsay, he say, she say, he said, she said, doesn't move me. It's just the fact of the matter. So I want to do one more. I want to take a look at I want to do one more very quickly. Let's do Rich Eisen right quick. Let's do Rich. I want to hear what you hear what Rich has to say.
Oh, hey, can I get my 50-0 trip?
Again, there is no.
Thanks.
There's no definitive.
Mike's earned a $25.
What are we doing? There's no definitive video that says that this happened. All right, Rich Eisen.
Reports on the National Football League columnist, quoting unnamed former. Those are the dangerous words, aren't they?
Those are dangerous.
I know. Former personnel executive with the Cowboys.
Okay.
Saying, let me get this right. By the way, the column's head is "What in the hell are the Dallas Cowboys doing?" Is the name of Tyler Dunn's column.
I've asked myself that multiple.
It's crazy what's going on, one former Cowboys personnel says, and it doesn't ever really change. Saying at one point of McCarthy, Mike McCarthy, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, he's doing it the best he can. Some of the people I've talked to have said that he's getting fed up with it a little bit.
Oh,
Now, of course, that's the juicy part. An unnamed executive saying he's talking to other people who are saying this of Mike McCarthy. So it's kind of like,
Third?
well, it's like a third. It's a third of a Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
You know,
right,
you're
right,
two
right.
removed here.
Right.
So, but all I will say is that if this is true, that he's fed up a little bit, the only words I have in response to that are, can you blame him? Can you blame a guy who has to go home and look his family in the face and say to them, I don't know about next year. I don't know about 2025. I don't know what's going on. And if they push back, anybody at home, just in any way, say, but wait a minute. I mean,
So here's what Rich Eisen is alluding to. Mike McCarthy is playing on his final year. Not playing, he's coaching in and on his final year as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. And talks have been said that the Dallas Cowboys, in which I totally agree, should at least give him some security, him and his staff some security to be able to look forward to say, hey, they're at least trying to assure us stability leading into the future or the next year. So what they're saying is they at least extend him a year, extend Mike McCarthy a year. So one of the reasons why I'm hearing that Mike McCarthy is upset is a little frustrated and fed up with the Dallas Cowboys is because of how they've handled contractual dealings, how they still put him and other key players on the team on the back burner in terms of getting their deals done. So this is one of the main reasons why heading into the season, mini camp, training camp, OTAs, preseason, that they want to be ready. He wants to be prepared because he wants to know what he have. He wants to know what personnel he has. Right now, at this point in time, the Cowboys should have already had this taken care of. This should have been no talks should be talking about Mike McCarthy's contract or any coach's contract moving into said season or next season. Especially you want to have your quarterback taken care of as well, and your prominent wide receiver. And so this is the reason why they're saying that this is the fed up part about Mike McCarthy and why he feels the way he feels. I'm not going to go too much more in Rich, but I will a little bit, but I'm not going to extend it out too much more.
Didn't you win the division last year? I mean, didn't you, aren't you making the playoffs? I don't know if they'd ask that question if a veteran of the coaching game, because they kind of already know the answer to that question, that no, results-oriented business or whatever, but how many head coaches in the NFL go into their final year of a contract? Not many. I don't recall the last one, quite frankly. And even in Pittsburgh, PA, where it's been a long time since they've won a
I'll let him finish before I say what I want to
playoff
say.
game at all, they made sure Tomlin had a 3-year deal going into this season.
See, those are the points. And this is the Jerry Jones way. This is the way he does business. Jerry Jones does business as shrewd as any coach, organization, whether it's basketball, football, hockey, or whatever the case may be. He does business shrewdly. He's even been in conference talks with the Dallas Mavericks owner. That Jerry Jones is going to do it his way until the day he dies. It's just the way it is. He is becoming more and more another Al Davis with this organization. It's unfortunate. So I want you guys to take a listen to McCarthy McAfee, rather. McAfee. We got McCarthy on the brain. McAfee. This is interesting. Let's give his take.
Jerry Jones, him and Mike McCarthy, don't like each other. Ty Dunn is reporting that, front office people are saying that these two, who knows? Mike McCarthy sick of the song and the dance. Now, what is real, what is not, we have no idea. We do know that Mike McCarthy is going into his final year of his contract. And this past year, they were ready. They were at home playoffs.
Yeah.
They did it all, and then in the playoffs, they shit the bed loose to the Cleveland Browns. Sorry, with
Packers.
No, the Green Bay Packers. Sorry, Jordan Love goes in there and propels himself into.
Now, with that being said, we're not going to tag this as a Mike McCarthy, in all aspects, loss. The catalyst to the loss is no longer Dallas Cowboys. He's the head coach of the Washington Commanders. Let that sink in.
Conversation if they got another guy. But Mike McCarthy, now, is he at the point where he doesn't care? Listen, we're going to go, okay? I'm on my last year. If we win a Super Bowl, I'll be happy. I'll get another deal. If we don't, seems like I'm done. Is that how Big Mike's mind is right now, regardless of what reports we get from whoever and whatever side they see it? Because I'm sure there could be a story written from the other side where they saw Jerry and Mike having breakfast the other day and they dapped each other up and seemed to be on the same side. Anytime you get behind the scenes stuff from one person's point of view, it could be the complete opposite from another point of view. It's just the way the world actually is. And what Ty's reporting could be very real, especially because Mike's in his last year of his contract and we know how Jerry operates. Jerry's giving tours of the facility while guys are trying to practice and work out and do meetings. It's a different place down there. How do you think Big Mike is viewing this year, AJ Hawk, going in?
I mean, I don't know exactly what his relationship is like with Jerry, but you can imagine being in Dallas, there's a lot of pressure to win Super Bowls, and that's all they ever care about, and they haven't done that.
All right,
So yeah, of course there's going to be Big Mike knows the situation he's in, but I think it could free him up a little bit. He knows, not because I'm not saying his relationship with Jerry, but
let's take a look at this also. It could be a point in Mike McCarthy's mind. Who knows? Where he's willing to do what Dak Prescott did, bet on himself and win. It could be that. We could have that situation as a coach circumstance with Mike McCarthy. So who knows exactly what's going through the brain of Mike McCarthy and where this information really is coming from. We really don't know. We know it's Dunlap or whatever his name is, the reporter. We know that, but nonetheless, who knows if there's any validity to what has been reported. Nobody has implemented or presented a video which says that, or which is saying that Mike McCarthy is saying these things. We just don't know. So we're just going to stay tuned, man, and find out how this thing unravels moving forward into the off season. Moving into the preseason to find out exactly, what is going to transpire between Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys, and what are we going to look like? The biggest thing for me is for the Dallas Cowboys is this: what is going to be our identity? I don't know how many games we're going to win. I can't tell you really anything because the pieces are not all put together yet. We don't have any pieces that we can say we're going to be, our record is going to be, we're going to win 11 games. We're going to win 12 games. Or we're going to win 10 games. We can go 8-8. We just don't know, what those is. I do know this, that Mike Zimmer is putting together a hell of a defense. We do know that. But on the offensive side, the head coaching side, there is a dilemma. There is an issue. And the Dallas Cowboys going to have to figure that out. Hey, listen, man, I'm Roadstar Sports, making sense, coming to you to bring to you an updated report for what's happening in Dallas Cowboy land. Whew. Doesn't look too good for the home team. Stay tuned, and I'll bring you more content as it develops. How about them Cowboys?